Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Light Talks Football and welcome to your second match preview of the season in the Premier League for Wolves versus Chelsea. Before I get into that game, I have to tell you guys, I just finished watching the Brighton Man United game, and boy, oh boy, Manchester United have absolutely bottled it late. And if I was a Man United fan, I would be fucking fuming. I will be just angry because both goals that Manchester United have conceded were absolutely diabolical. The first goal, Matoma all by himself over that left hand side. Where was the right back for Man United? Where was he? Nobody was there. Not even close to Matoma. Matoma fed the ball to Danny Welbeck, and Maguire, who is supposed to be an experienced defender, just backed off and allowed that Danny Welbeck to score a tap in. Before the cross came in, I think Harry Maguire should at least get to the penalty box, but he didn't. He was too slow. He allowed that Danny Welbeck to score a tap in, one of the easiest goals I've ever seen from Manchester United. So that defending was shocking. And the second one, that late winner from João Pedro, again, where was Man United's defense? No centre backs on the left hand side, wasn't even close. They allowed João Pedro all that space in the world. And I keep saying this time and time again. You keep players that much space, there's more likely to score. And that's what Brighton did. So listen, they deserve to win because they were the better team. But Manchester United, who was supposed to improve last season, especially at the defense, it looks like they haven't. And I read the stat that says Manchester United have failed to keep 14 out of the last clean 16 games in terms of clean sheets. So they only had two in the last 16. That is unbelievable. Like, listen, Man United and Chelsea defense are bad, but I don't know which one is worse. So, listen, Brighton, another win. Six out of the last seven. Like, Manchester United just cannot keep a good record against Brighton. They've only won one, and that was last season under Erik ten Hag. But yeah, as it stands right now, Brighton are still top of the league, and I don't think they'll win the league. But so far, so good for Brighton. 2 games, 2 wins for them. Whereas for Manchester United, 3 points for them. So it all depends on the other teams, because Man United could be further down the table because they used to be top, but now they're not going to be there anymore. So fair play to Brighton. But for Manchester United, you bottled it late. Your defense is shocking, especially both goals. And I have to say this as well. Sakiri, if he would have timed his one perfectly, that goal would have stood. Because I said 2-1 to Manchester United. The first goal for Man United, very, very good from Ahmad over that right hand side. Cut it through, takes a shot, took a deflection, 1-1. And then Garnacho, if Sakiri didn't get that touch, maybe could have gone in, and maybe this game could have been a bit different. But Sakiri, man, you should have at least been onside. When I saw it on replay, I was like, why are they saying it's offside? And I said, okay, because Sakiri was ahead of the ball. So, yeah, that was offside. So, Sakiri, man, should be doing better. But listen, I would not blame Sakiri. I would blame Man United defense because they should be doing better, man. So, so much better. But listen, that was the end of that game. And we'll have to see what happens. So, yeah, the rest of the games is Man City, Southampton, all of that stuff. So, we're going to have to wait and see where will Man United be in the table for this week's game week 2. So, they bottled it late. So, fair, so well done to Brighton. But for Man United, so especially the defense, you'll be sure doing better. So yeah, that's just a little bit of review of that game. Now let's focus on the Wolves Chelsea game. So yeah, it's at Molineux. And I remember last season on Christmas Eve 2023, there was a time where Raheem Sterling had an opportunity to prove himself while we signed him from Manchester City. But it looks like he didn't prove because there was 2 players on the right hand side, Palmer and Jackson. Yeah, he could have used his brain and passed it to either Cole Palmer or Jackson because both of them were onside. But what did he decide to do? Decide to take a shot and the goalkeeper made the save. And when I was talking about Raheem Sterling, yes, the disrespect is not good enough, but this guy hasn't been great ever since he signed him 2 years ago. He hasn't. He can make great runs, he can cut through, but when it comes to decision making, he's useless on the ball. He's useless. Like instead of passing to your teammates, he just trying to take a shot. It's unbelievable. And that's why to me, that's why I'm hearing talks like either Juventus or Newcastle wanted him or even Aston Villa. If Sterling goes, then bye bye. Because you haven't been good enough, 325 grand a week, highest ever played player in for Chelsea, and he cannot perform consistently. So that's why, to me, I'm glad that Sterling is not in our squad. Maybe they could have treated him better, but I'm so glad he's not in our squad because he ain't been good enough for Chelsea ever since we signed him. He ain't. You know, he's an experienced player. He's 29 years old, and he cannot be consistent when it comes to like his decision making. No, man. So listen, the game tomorrow against Wolves, I never ever want to see that happen again. This can never happen. Never happen. Like if I see Pedro Neto on the left hand side, I want him to make the right decision making. If Mudryk the same, because he cannot do it for Chelsea. So I want Pedro Neto to start this game because the game against Man City he could have scored and he made a great one. So I want him to face again his old club so that he can prove to Sterling and Mudryk why I'm better than them. And like I said, the only thing I'm worried about for Pedro Neto is his fitness. That is it. But the rest of it, I'm not worried. So Pedro Neto, tomorrow, if you start, I want you, yeah, to make a great one. And if you see your teammates on the right hand side, pass it to them. Do not try and shoot because because the fans will be laughing at you, especially the Wolves fans. And by the way, I'm interested to see what the fans will feel about Pedro Neto being a Chelsea player. Will they clap him or they boo him? We're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, last season, I don't want to see that again tomorrow. And by the way, we don't have a good record at Molineux. The last time we won there was 2019 when we beat them 5-2. I remember Tomori scoring that brilliant long range goal. Tam Abraham scoring a hat trick and a non goal as well. And I think it was Mason Mount that scored the fifth goal. I'm not sure who scored the second goal. But that was the last time we won at Molineux 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, for me, that curse needs to be broken. Because I cannot live another season where Wolves done would do the double for us. I just can't. They did it last season, and I definitely don't want to see that happening again. So tomorrow, I expect Enzo Maresca to make the right changes. It's the likes of Nkunku, put him out on the number 10, not on the left wing. Do not start Jackson in this game unless you want to. I will start Malguru. It's because that's the only type of striker we've got. And I'll speak on Lukaku later on. But Malguru should have done better. But I'm gonna start. I want him to start for this game. It's as simple as that. You know, left wing Neto, right wing Palmer. Now I did hear that Palmer was a bit injured in that game, but he's alright. So if he doesn't start this game, then I'll put Pedro. Actually, yeah, I'll start Madueke for this one. I'll start him because if we put Pedro Neto on the left, then Mudryk on the sorry Pedro Neto on the right and Mudryk on the left, yeah, it's gonna be difficult for us. But Palmer seemed to be alright. So if Palmer's not fit enough, then I wouldn't start him. But if he is, then fair enough. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, in terms of the lineup, I'm gonna get to that in just a minute. But I want Enzo and Wesker to have a much better management. I want the players to step up, and I want our defense here to not be like Manchester United. I do not want to see that. Whenever it comes to spaces of the left side, right side, or in the middle, I want to see players closing down. Make a one, make tackles, interceptions, and all that stuff. because we're trying to find who is our two best centre backs. You know, I want our players to become like Arsenal players, where our centre backs can be consistent. Because also the centre backs, best one is William Saliba and Gabriel, and they make team of the year. That's the kind of centre backs I want to see Chelsea do. But the only problem is we don't know which one is good and which one is great. That's why for people saying that our defense is better than Arsenal's, I think you're deluded. Our defense is worse than Arsenal's. It's simple as that. So to me, we need to find our best centre backs because is it going to be Badish or Tosin, or is it going to be Wes Fofana or Levi Colwell? We're going to have to wait and see. But listen, it's going to be a tough game, but I'm really hoping that Chelsea can go to Monaco. And if and I would love to see Pedro Neto score against his old club because I don't think he'll celebrate, but I'd love to see that. You know, I hope Pedro Neto can show why he's better than Sterling and Mudryk and maybe Nicholas Jackson. And I hope that Philip Jensen, the goalkeeper, starts this game because yes, Servette is the team that I didn't know, but he kept a clean sheet. He wasn't nervous on the ball. He made big saves, and his passing was good. A few shaky moments in that time, but at least he kept a clean sheet. And I know he will do so much better here than Robert Sanchez. So I want Philip Jensen to start. So like I said, last season, I was fuming on Christmas Eve. Tomorrow, I never ever want to see the same thing happen again. When it comes to the wingers, make a run and make your decision. Either you want to shoot or you need to pass. That's all I'm going to say on this one. Because if Pedro Neto have a bad game, then bring on Mudryk. And the same for Palmer. If he doesn't have a great game, then bring on Madueke. That is it. That is all I want to see. A proper game management, players stepping up after opening day defeat, and winning. Because if we don't win this game, I'm going to be a bit concerned. Because losing 2 games in a row, we have to be a bit worried, you know. Because listen, we lost to the best team in England, which is Manchester City. So I allowed that. But Wolves, we need to go there and win at Monaco. Because like I said, it's been 5 years since you last beat them at Monaco. 5 years. And I was in college. Now I'm getting a job. Like this cannot happen, man. So listen, we need to go to Monaco and simply win. That is all I'm hoping for. So there we go. But yeah, in terms of Lukaku, he's gone. He has gone. So he's going to go to Napoli to meet Antonio Conte and hopefully Victor Osimhen to Chelsea can be done as soon as possible because we need a striker that could be like Erling Haaland because Jackson is not a striker. He's a left winger. Mark Guru is young. He's 18 from Barcelona. So we need an experienced striker. So owners, I know we don't want to spend money on players, but only sign one more player, and that is Victor Osimhen. That is what I'm hoping for. Sign Victor Osimhen, and that should be your last signing. I don't want to hear any more. We need a striker. So get me Victor Osimhen since Lukaku to Napoli for 30 million euros is done yesterday. So get me Victor Osimhen as soon as possible. Because if we bottle this one, then I'm blaming on the recruitment team. I'm blaming on Egbali, Clearlake, Tobole. I'm blaming them for having interest and taking too long. We need a striker straight away. So get me Victor Osimhen as soon as possible. Whether it's after the game or before the game, just get me Victor Osimhen as soon as possible. That is all I want to say. That is all I care about because we need a striker that can at least be better than Jackson, Lukaku, and also Margui. So get me Victor Osimhen. Simple as that. But yeah, I think that's all the breaking news. So I've covered about Sterling. I said about Lukaku, talking about the game. So yeah, without further ado, let me give you guys my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. So in goal, like I said before, it has to be Philip Jensen because Robert Sanchez against Manchester City wasn't that great. The second goal where Kovacic scores should have saved that. His passing was bad. The long range pass was bad. He was bad against Man City. So Philip Jengerson, who impressed me on Thursday night, needs to start. It's as simple as that. Now, in terms of the fullbacks, I'm gonna go for the same thing because Reece James is back, but I will not risk him starting this game. So I'm gonna keep it the same. Mark Kukurea on left back, inverted of course, and Malo Gusto on the right back position. Now, in terms of the two centre backs, I mean, I don't think Fraser Farner and maybe Lever Cowell wasn't that bad. Of course, the first goal they could have done better, but the second half, our defending was a bit better, even though we could see the second goal. But I blame our midfield than our defense. So for now, I'm gonna keep Levi Cowell and Fraser Farner. If they don't, if they do bad defensively, then I'm gonna switch it to Tosin and Badishu. That is it. But I still won't trust them because our centre backs have been that great this season, especially in pre-season. So for now, I'm gonna keep Wesley Fana on the right centre back and leave a Cole on as a left centre back. It's as simple as that. So those are gonna be in my back four. In terms of the pivot, uh, Lavia and Moise Caicedo, because Lavia was the player of the match for me against Manchester City in terms of interceptions, big chances created, Jules won. So I want him to start alongside Moise Caicedo. So those two keep it the same. Even though Moise Caicedo wasn't that great against a vet, I still want him to start because Kyrgios Hall was average against the Feds. He got the assist in the second half, but in the first half he looked poor. So for now, I'm gonna keep Lavia and Moise Caicedo as a two pivot. Now in terms of the other midfield, like I said, if I ever see Enzo on the number 10 again, I will be fuming because he played that against Man City and it was shocking, absolutely horrible. He played against a vet in a couple of minutes, and I couldn't believe it. When you play him deeper, he will at least give you something. So yes, Enzo got the assist, but that's because he played deep. He played deep in that game. So if you want to start Enzo, put him as a number 8 or play him deep because that's his best position, not in the number 10. So the only player that can be in the number 10 for me is Nkunku because I read the stat that says 4 starts, 4 goals. And you know why? You put him on the number 10, he will perform. So Nkunku on number 10 is as simple as that. Simple as that. Now, in terms of the wingers, on the left, Pedro Neto for me has to start because Sterling is still not in the squad and Murju was absolutely horrendous on Thursday night against the Fed. So on the left-hand side, Pedro Neto. Of course, João Felix will be in the squad, but I don't think he'll be starting this game. So on the left-hand side, Pedro Neto. In terms of the right wing, Palmer. And like I said before, if he's not fully fit, then start Madueke on the right hand side. Start him because when he came off the bench against a vet, he scored the goal. So I think for me, I would start Madueke if Cole Palmer is not fully fit. So for now, I'm going to stick in Paul Palmer as my predicted 11. In terms of up top, I mean, Jackson, for me, like I said, is not a striker. So for now, I have to put in Mark Guru because, listen, that miss was absolutely horrendous. But listen, this guy is young. He's 18 years old. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But he'll be sure doing better. Should be doing better. But for me, I'll still put Mark Gui up top because Jackson, for me, he simply cannot be good. When it comes to chances, he's poor. And it comes to time and he's won, he simply cannot do that. He's offside so many times. So many times. So for me, put Jackson on the bench and start Mark Guru. And like I said before, we need to get Victor Osimhen as soon as possible because we cannot keep starting Jackson or maybe Mark Guru this season. We just can't. So to me, get Victor Osimhen as soon as possible. So there we go. So Mark Guru will be my player to start as a striker. So there we go. All right, guys. So that is all of my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. Now I'm gonna give you guys my prediction. Now, of course, yesterday I predicted a 1-1 draw, and I'm gonna still stick by it because I still think we'll concede the goal. but I feel like that that I still don't trust Enzo Wesker, because is he gonna make a few changes or is he gonna keep the same? If he keeps it the same, then we're gonna lose this game. But if he can make a few changes, then maybe I can see Chelsea winning. It all depends on the quality, and it all depends if Pedro Neto and Cole Palmer can prove why they're the best wingers, why Pedro Neto is better than Sterling and Mudryk. So I want Pedro Neto to start against Wolves, and we'll see what happens there. But yeah, but listen, Sterling, I wish him the best of luck in his future. You know, he had some good moments, but some of your decision making is poor. So yeah, but Lukaku is gone. Enzo Wesker, make a few changes, put players in the right position. The players out there better step up, better up your game, because I cannot go to another Molineux game and see Chelsea lose. I just can't. We need to go out there and get the 3 points. Because if we lose this game, they will still be 17th. And I know it's early, but I'll be a bit concerned if we don't pick up and win against Wolves, because our next difficult game is October. So, it's just like last season. So today, I expect Chelsea to get the 3 points because we've got a better squad than Wolves. In terms of the better manager, I don't think so. But we got a better squad than Wolves. And Pedro Neto has signed for Chelsea, so I want him to start as well. So tomorrow, I better see Enzo Wesker making the right changes at the right time. If the players don't perform, then make the right substitutions, like you should have done against Manchester City. Players out there, better step up, better up your game, and let's go out there and get the 3 points. And let's hope we can bounce back after that opening day defeat against Man City last weekend. So there we go. So guys, that's the end of this match preview and of this video. Now tomorrow there won't be any live watching on because me and my family are going to be doing shopping. But I will watch the game and there will be a match reaction. So make sure you guys tune into that one tomorrow. So guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you're new, go to the subscribe button below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the bell notifications so that I never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you share this video so that you guys can preview this game. What's your prediction and what's your predicted lineup? Who do you want to see players coming on to start for this game? So let me know in the comments down below if you're active. But guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. And as always, peace. Up the Chels. Come on, you Blues. Let's win tomorrow. See you next time. Goodbye. God bless.